Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Now will be continue to lecture week 4 with topic 1.3 information coding scheme. I hope my student had get ready to continue for my lecture. Okay, now will we continue to chapter 1, 1.3 information coding scheme. What is information coding scheme? At the end of the lecture, the student should be able to describe how computer encode character using ASCII, EBCDIC, and Unicode. What is a coding scheme? Coding scheme is a combination 0 and 1 represent uppercase and lowercase. The number and special symbol are defined by pattern called in a coding scheme. So what we will learn today is coding scheme. So you must know what is a coding scheme. So coding scheme is we learn about a keyboard in your computers. So, 3 type of keyboard to represent a characters at your computers. Number 1 is ASCII 2 and number 2 is EBCDIC, and number 3 is Unicode. So ASCII 2 stand for, you can call ASCII. This is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Use 8-bit to represent a characters. That means one character in your ASCII code use 8-bit to represent a characters. Your keyboard is 256 characters or 256 symbol at your keyboard. So must be found your keyboard. Is it your keyboard found or get 256? This is for ASCII code, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII using at your personal computers. So the keyboard of ASCII code is using at your personal computers. And number 2, type of number 2 keyboard is EBCDIC. Stand for Extended Binary Code Decimal Interchange Code. This is the same for ASCII, use 8-bit to represent a characters. That can be represent 256 characters. It is the same but using in a mainframe. ASCII used at your personal computers and server, and EBCDIC used at mainframe and higher end of server. That means mainframe or supercomputers. And then number 3 is Unicode. Unicode is used 16-bit to represent a characters, capable to represent 65,536 characters to power of 16. So why Unicode will be used at your computers? Because now everyone in the world use computers. So the symbol of language is added at your computers and different symbol. So everyone or every language must have use or represent the symbol at the computers. So if the symbol will be present at your keyboard, now your keyboard is very huge. So Unicode embedded to your OS. OS means operating system. So the Unicode will be embedded at your OS. Okay, now you must know what the type of coding scheme. And then from bit and byte to ASCII. This is bit and byte to ASCII. Bit and byte. Before this, we learn bit and byte. How many byte, how many bit. Okay. So 1 bit is 8 bit. Must be remember. Okay, now for example, ASCII chart. Symbol for A, the computer is only know 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Alright. Symbol A is 8 bit. So ASCII use represent a characters 8 bit. How computer encode characters? So for example, if you use Notepad in Windows 10, you create a text file contain the word 4 years ago. Notepad will use 1 byte for a memory per characters, including 1 byte for each space characters between the word. So you must count from the characters. This is number 1, this is number 2, number 3, and the space must be count. The space must be count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 space. So space must be count and added at your characters. You must count characters and added the space. So the characters is 32. So ASCII using 8 bit. So 32 characters must be times 32. Okay, 32 character must be times 8 to represent a characters. Now, how computer will be stored at your computers? You will be safe if you use task at your computers and save at your hard disk or pen drive. The computer will be look at the numbers only. It's not the characters. You must remember, computer use electric state only, understand 0 and 1. So to represent a characters, you must remember for how computer to represent a characters. You remember that? How computer represent a characters? 4 steps to represent a characters. You must know 4 steps to represent a characters. This one, how a letter convert to binary, from and back to the symbol of D will be appear at your monitor. This is step to represent a character. So we learn about your keyboard. So keyboard is you pressing the characters. The signal of the characters must be received at your computers, and then the computers will be change the signal to binary, and from binary will be changed to characters again and appear at your monitor. This is how computer represent the characters. So why a coding scheme necessary? Computer release a logic circuit which are controlled by electronic switch. Those state either on and off. You must remember computer use electrical state, and the computer only know 0 and 1 or on and off. So now we will continue how to calculate bit and byte given word based on each coding scheme. Okay, must remember, use coding scheme. ASCII 1 characters use 8 bit. EBCDIC 1 character use 8 bit, and Unicode 1 characters use 16 bit. So ASCII using 8 bit, that means 1 character is 1 byte, and EBCDIC 1 characters is 1 byte, and Unicode 1 characters using 2 byte because Unicode using 16 bit. Alright, this is for example how to calculate the total number of bit and byte. Computer science. So computer science from C to E. This is word from C to E. You must count the word and adding the space of the word computer science. So the characters is 15. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. This is the characters. Okay, the characters is 15, and 1 of space. So the total characters is 16. So now if you're using a ASCII, this is ASCII using at your personal computers, so you must 18, this is the characters times 8. Why 8? Because ASCII use 8 bit, so 16 times 8. The using for the computer science word will be 128 bit. That means 16 byte. It's the same to total numbers of the bit and byte at EBCDIC, because EBCDIC using 8 bit. Now it's well different between Unicode, because Unicode using 16 bit. So the number of characters and space will be same, but the using of the bit is different between EBCDIC and ASCII. So using Unicode using 16 bit, so 16 times 16, 256 bit. Now at the Unicode using 256 bit, that means 36 byte. 36 byte. Why 36 byte? Because 1 byte is 8 bit. 1 byte is 8 bit. So 256 divide 8. Okay. Next question, for example, computer science and colon and bracket. So computer science is the same question at before slide. This one is 15, and then this is for the symbol, and ASCII the symbol will be 2 symbol, because this is 1 symbol and this is for the 1 symbol. But in Unicode, if you type colon and bracket, the Unicode must be look this one, isn't it? This one is emoticon. It's emoticon. So in ASCII, this is 2 characters, 1 characters, 2 characters. But in Unicode, is only 1 characters. This is only 1 characters. This is only 1 characters. So this is for the total of the bit and byte. Bit must be time 8, and Unicode ASCII is using 8 bit and EBCDIC using 8 bit. So 19 times 8 is 125. And then Unicode, you must times 16 because Unicode use 16. Okay, next, I love Johor. I love Johor. The answer is 15 characters. Is it true 15 characters? Okay, the question is how many bits will it take to represent the following using the Unicode? So you must remember Unicode using 16 bit. Okay, 16 bit. So you must remember. So now you will be count the characters. The characters is 15. Okay, now we will count how get this 15 characters. 1, 2, 3. The space must be count, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 15 characters must be times 16. Why 16? Because Unicode will be used 16 bit. Now the answer is 240, 240 bit. So you must answer the question. You must show the word bit, not only the numbers. Not only the numbers. You must answer 240 bit. 240 bit. The word of bit must be follow the numbers or the answer. If you not use word of bit, the answer is wrong, because it's not mathematical word. This is using characters. Okay, next. Now, how many byte will it take represent ASCII? Okay, you must remember ASCII using 8 bit. That means using 1 byte. Okay, now the question is ask you how many byte. So must be remember how many byte. You must count only the characters and adding the space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So 18 characters. So 18 characters in ASCII, 1 characters is 1 byte. So the answer is 18 byte. So the answer is 18 byte. The word of byte must be appear at your answer. Okay, now what is the difference between coding scheme based on the numbers? What's different between bit and total numbers of the characters represent? Okay, this is different with coding scheme ASCII, EBCDIC, and Unicode. ASCII use 8-bit to represent a characters. This is the same for EBCDIC, using 8-bit to represent a characters. And how many characters for 8-bit is 256 characters at your keyboard. 250 symbol, that means symbol or characters. Okay, but Unicode using 16-bit and the characters is 65,536 characters. Okay, now ASCII implement at your PC and server, and EBCDIC implement at mainframe and high-end server. Or high-end server mean supercomputers. And Unicode embed to OS. Embed OS, for example, Windows OS or Linux. Okay, I hope you will be understand the lecture today, and this all for today. Thank you very much. See you for the next lecture. Bye bye.